පොඩි ඉෂුව එකක් තියෙනවා මට හිතාගන්න බැරේ මම බැලුවේ තව කාව හරි
අන්න
කෝහොස් දාලා
අපිට මැසේජ් එකක් ආවා this meeting is being live streamed කියලා.
ඔව් මම දැන් YouTube එකේ පටන් ගත්තා. එකම
හරි.
දේ මේකේ කෝහොස් ෆන්ක්ෂන් එක නැත්තේ දන්නේ නැහැ. එමනම් මම මේ YouTube link එක Facebook එකේ දාන්නම්. ඒතකොට
දාන්න.
Facebook
එතකොට
එකෙන්
හරිනේ. ඔව්. එතකොට හරි.
ඔව්.
ඔව් අනිත් එක දැන් කවුද ස්ක්‍රීන් එකේ තියෙන්නේ මේ දැන් දෙන්නේ පින්
මට
වෙලා
හැමතිස් දුමින්ද ඔයාගේ අනිත් එක තමයි පේන්නේ දුමින්ද.
ඒකනේ මාව ඒක හදන්න විදියක් නැහැ ඒක මගේ ෆෝන් එකේ හින්දා මේ ඉන්න බලන්න ඒක
ලැප්ටොප් එකෙන් ඔයා විතරක් ජොයින් වෙලා කතා කරලා බලන්න ඇහෙනවද කිත්? දැන් පේන්නේ ඔයාගේ බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එක විතරයි නැත්තේ. නිකන් ඔයාව පේනවා. ෂේප් නේ.
ඒක අවුලක් නැහැ නේ
ඒක අවුලන්නේ. ඔව් නිකන් තැන් දෙකක පේනවා.
නෑ අර කිව්ව ඔව් හරි ඒකේ වීඩියෝ ඔෆ් කරන්න
එතකොට හරි. දැන් හරි. ෂේප්. රසුනිවද?
ඒක තමයි රසුනි ඇත්තේ මේ වෙයිටිං රූම් එකේ එයාව ඇඩ්මිට් කරන්නේ මේ ડોක්ටර් පාසන්
දැන් පසන්ට ඒකත් කරන්න තියෙනවානේ.
ඔව් වැඩ දෙකක් තියෙනවා
පසන් දැන් ඔයා හෝස්ට් වෙන්න ඕනේද මේ දැන් ඔයා ලයිව් ස්ට්‍රීම් කරන්න ඔප්ෂන් එක දුන්නාන් පස්සේ වෙන කෙනෙක්ට හෝස්ට් දුන්නොත් ඒක නැති වෙලා යනවද?
ඔව් මං හිතන්නේ මට හොස්ට් එකේ ඉන්න ඕනේ. ඒක
එහෙනම් ඔයා ඇඩ්මිට් කරන වැඩේ බලන්න වෙයි නේද?
ඔක්කොම ඇඩ්මිට් කරන්නද බං?
ඔව් කරලා දාන්න වෙන පටන් ගන්න. දැන් 57යි තව විනාඩි 3ක් තියෙනවානේ.
හලෝ රසුනි how are you කොහමද
Hello, sir. I'm fine. How are you?
හොඳයි you know each other Madhumali no ne you don't know Rasuni right
Sorry, sir.
okay no you two don't know each other that's right.
Yeah, I know.
Rasuni and Madhumali you know right okay
හරි මං YouTube එකේ දෙකේම YouTube එකට link එක දැම්මා. sorry මේ Facebook එකකට දැම්ම link එක.
Is Dr. Dinusha there?
Is she join or?
Uh, she is there. Dr. Dinusha?
Yeah. Dr. Dinisha is there.
Yes, she's there.
Okay, we shall start.
We'll start then.
Okay, good evening, everyone, and I warmly welcome you all for the webinar today. And I'm Dr. Dininda Sattarasinha, and I'll be your host for the webinar. And Dr. Maheshi will also join with us for the moderation. And this event is organized by the Sri Lanka Academy of Young Scientists. And to begin, I would like to invite Dr. Dinusha Udukala, the President of the Sri Lanka Academy of Young Scientists, to share a few words about SLAYS and its activities. Dr. Dinusha?
Maybe. She's there, but
Yeah, seems like some
technical issues.
technical difficulty. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, right. Anyway, we'll start the webinar, and now I would like to invite Dr. Maheshi to introduce our speakers for today's session. Dr. Maheshi, over to you.
Yes, thanks a lot, Dr. Duminder. So we are happy to introduce our speakers today. So who did they did their undergraduate study in universities in Sri Lanka, and now they are pursuing their higher studies in abroad. So I warmly welcome Mr. Akila Dushanthakure, Ms. Madhumali Nisanka, and Ms. Rasaneti Lakshika to this session, and thank you very much for accepting our request and to be present here. So you will be sharing your experience. So first I will explain you how the flow of the session. So first each speaker will deliver their experience, share their experience, and it will take like 10 to 15 minutes for each speaker. And after that, I understand that all of you might have a lot of questions to ask from the speaker. So because of that, we have given like ample amount of time for the question and answer session. So we will first have three sessions at one stretch together. And after that, we will have the Q&A session, right? So first I will invite Akira Dushanthakure. He's our first speaker. So I will just briefly introduce him. So Mr. Akira Dushanthakure holds a Master of Science in Veterinary Medicine from Changum National University, Republic of Korea. And he also holds a bachelor's degree in zoology with a focus on immunology from the Department of Zoology and Environment Science, University of Colombo. And he has conducted extensive research in areas such as neuroendocrinology, reproductive physiology, and metabolic disorders. And he has authored and co-authored about 8 peer-reviewed publications before doing the PhD. So he has that caliber. So in many international journals. And currently, he is a PhD candidate in Sir Peter MacCallum Department of Oncology, University of Melbourne. So I warmly invite Mr. Akila Kure to share your experience in securing a PhD position in University of Melbourne. Over to you, Akila.
Yeah, thank you very much, madam. Thank you for the lovely introduction. So I do have a presentation that I sort of want to run through. Let me share my screen as well. Madam, do you think?
Hassan, can you give the screen option?
Can you check now?
Oh, yeah, got it. Thank you.
And Dr. Pasam, meanwhile, are there any? Yeah, okay, you're admitting, right?
Yeah, I'm admitting them.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you, guys. So I sort of want to give a little introduction as to how to become a graduate student at UNIMAL. And I'm Akila Kure, and I'm currently at Sir Peter MacCallum Department.
Actually, sorry to disturb you. That
Yeah.
I think you had to go for the full screen mode.
It is not on full screen now. Let me.
It's not. It's not.
All right. Okay.
It's not saved. Is there?
Would this be? Oh, okay. Let me. Is it all right now?
Use
there aren't
slideshow.
any-
Can you click?
Sorry.
It's in author's view, not the full screen.
Can
you
click
please
on the
use
use
slideshow?
slideshow button.
It's on top of. You can see the top bar. Can you see the use slideshow button?
Not really from my
Then it is visible for us then. I don't know. Then it's okay. You can go ahead, ne? Is it okay, Dominda?
Would that be okay though?
Yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry for the technical issue from this end. So I sort of want to run through as to how, if you are planning to become a graduate student at UNIMAL, what is the process and how you can become one. Hopefully this session will give you some tips, and that would ultimately make your process a little easier and moving forward. So the path to enrollment, I sort of want to run through all the steps that I did. So first, you got to prepare your documents, including CV, academic transcripts, referee details, and if you are applying to a certain department, you might want to check as to what English test scores they are asking for, and then you probably have to, meet that requirement as well. Especially when you are preparing your documents, especially the CV, you might want to have a tailored CV rather than sending a generic CV. And once you do have all those documents in your hand, to become a graduate student at UNIMAL, you have to email your supervisors or the supervisors you want to sort of consider. And the best way to look for potential supervisors is to sort of go through all the faculty members and department project booklets that are available on the uni website that I do have the QR code for those ones in the coming slides. So after that bit, actually, it's going to be a bit of mixture of discussions back and forth between you and the prospective supervisor, deciding on whether you are a good candidate for their lab and also whether you all can agree to have a project going forward. And once you are past that point, you can actually work with your supervisor to sort of fill the application and the uni scholarships together to submit to UNIMAL. And hopefully after that, fingers crossed that you get accepted to UNIMAL. And beyond that point would be a topic for another day. And since we have the path, I also want to give sort of key dates when it comes to UNIMAL. So UNIMAL has 3 rounds of applications. All of those 3 rounds have the same dates for scholarships as well, where the first one has the most scholarships, approximately around 70%. So, which is just passed actually. So, if you are trying for the next round, that will be Jan 31st, and after that would be May 15th. I also want to mention that just keep an eye out for open days, because this open day sessions are the best days to sort of have a look at what are the projects that are available and what are the projects that has funding in certain departments. And also do not wait until the due days is like just 1 week away, because the process always going to take longer than you anticipate. That's my belief, and I've actually kind of went through all those struggle as well. So my tip: do not wait until the last minute. And also, if you're interested, get in touch with your favorite seniors and your mentors to get more intel on your prospective PS lab, because I'm sure in many labs there would be one or two Sri Lankans there, and they would be happy to help you to get your admission through. So if you want application and scholarships and also to find experts, QR codes are there on the slides, and I hope you can scan.
Akila, will it be okay if we share the presentations to the participants?
Yes, madam, definitely. That's okay.
Then I will share the presentations. Okay.
Yeah. So with that, why you might want to consider Unimal as your graduate research place. So Unimal offers fast track PhD. So meaning that from honors to PhD, you might not want to have a master's, and Unimal offers that option, and you could finish your PhD in 3.5 years as well. So if you're somebody who's looking for a fast PhD and you are up for that marathon, maybe Unimal would be a good place. And at the center of Melbourne, you are connected with different universities such as Monash and then Swinburne. And if you are somebody who's interested in biomedical sciences or health sciences, then you are surrounded by a lot of hospitals, Peter MacCallum, Austin, and ONJ. So there's plenty of opportunities for networking and collaborations as well. So I'm hoping that'll make your project more appealing to other people as well. And at Peter Mac specifically, you become a part of VCCC, VCCC, that is a Victorian Comprehensive Cancer Center. And your PhD would be in comprehensive cancer as well. And if you're somebody who's looking for ranking and reputation, so Unimal actually has Professor Unimal has Professor Richard Robson, who won Nobel Prize for Chemistry this year. So maybe you might want to keep that in mind as well. So going forward, a little bit of tips that I sort of gathered over the time, and I did a little bit of trial and error. So these are the things that I want to sort of give to somebody who's to start the journey now. Have your CV tailored, because there'll be plenty of CVs that supervisors getting, and if they see it is too generic, they would not even consider beyond that point. So have your CV tailored, and especially for UNIMAL, when you are applying for graduate research, they do look for publication, but it doesn't have to be a peer review publication. As long as you have at least one abstract, that's better than nothing. Because when you are considered for scholarships and you are given marks for like your publications as well. So as long as you have abstract, even an abstract, you would get some points for your publication. And when you are reaching out for a professor, do some basic research as to what they're doing, and if they're doing a technique that you already know, and have a chat with supervisors and mentors, seniors in Sri Lanka who probably have gone through the same process, and they might be able to help you through stuff as well. And most importantly, as humans, we get very discouraged of like, one rejection. I would say do not get discouraged as well. And what I've seen so far here is that if you are somebody interested in biology or would want to do a PhD in biology or related fields, coding, especially like R or Python or interest in those areas would take you so far. So I would say that get your hands on coding a little bit as well. And moving forward, I'm not sure this is that important here, but This is my journey so far that I started at UOC. I did my honors in zoology with my final year project on leptospirosis and human macrovascular endothelial cells. And then I moved to South Korea to do my master's research in physiology, a different field of interest, ion channel biology, reproductive biology. And from there onwards, I moved to Australia, and now I'm reading for my PhD in oncoimmunology. So as you can see, like, you can sort of take detours in your way to probably a PhD. So this is one way of doing it, not the only way of doing it, and not to compare, just to inspire. This is my journey. If you would like to get some information that would help, always happy to help. And if I miss something important, I know some of you all are very shy to speak in a Zoom meeting. So, and if you think that we can help you in any way, please reach out to us, and we are more than happy to help you through this process to make it easier, make it faster for you. Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you, Dr. Guminder.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that very short and interesting talk. So I understand that you all have questions, but we will wait for like the other speakers to finish, and then we can like have a proper Q&A session, right?
Yeah.
And then I would like to invite our second speaker. So our next speaker is Miss Madhumali Nisanka. Nisanka, right? So who is currently reading for her Master's Science in Biomedical Imaging at the University of Turku in Finland. So she also holds a master's degree in medical physics from the University of Colombo, where she graduated with highest GPA in her batch. And she obtained her bachelor's degree in physics and mathematics from the University of California. And Ms. Nisanka's research interests span like medical imaging, machine learning, image processing, and artificial intelligence for diagnostic applications. And she has authored and co-authored several research publications in radiation dosimetry and radiology, and has taught as an assistant lecturer at the University of Colombo as well. So with that background, I think you like can share your experience as well. So I want to invite you, Ms. Madhumali Nisanka, to share your journey in securing a master's degree proposition in biomedical imaging at University of Turku. Over to you, Ms. Madhumali.
Thank you, Dr. Maheshi, and also SLAYS for giving me this opportunity. Let me share my screen, please. Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, we can see, Madhu. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I'm Madhumali Nisanka, and I'm currently living in Finland as a master's student doing a biomedical imaging degree. And I just arrived in Finland little over a month, 2 months ago. So I'm very new in here as well. But maybe I'll be your best option to get some insight of higher education landscape in Finland, because I myself applied little over a year. So this is about me. This is an image I generated today morning to show you an overview of myself at the moment. So let me quickly run you through of how I ended up in here, and then I'll walk you through some key important things that you might want to know if you want to apply to higher studies in Finland as well. So I started my bachelor's degree in University of California, and I don't have a special degree, 4 years degree. I opted out to have a general degree with the class. I have second upper class, and then I started my master's, my first master's in medical physics at University of Colombo. And this will be important for some of you who are like me, because I'm a very major procrastinator, because studying abroad was one of my dreams, and it was always there back of my mind. but I never acted on it. I always I was keep saying that I'll go out there and experience different countries and study abroad, but I never acted on it. And one day I decided that I want to do this, and if it's not now, then when? And I decided to go out there and take some risk and go out of the country. So like that, I gave up on my permanent job that I was doing, and I applied for the university. Got a position as an assistant lecturer at the Department of Nuclear Science, and then I had a master's degree, but I didn't have any publications when I started my master's degree. So I talked with my supervisors and lecturers and got some opportunities to join their projects. And by the end of the 1 year, I worked at the department. I got 3 publications as an author and co-author. So if you are also like looking for going abroad, and you might want to talk to your supervisors and lecturers as well, because having a publication really make a difference. So now uh, I'm here doing my master's studies as a full scholarship student. Now I'll give you what studying in Finland as a master's student is like. So there are 2 types of universities in Finland, universities and universities of applied sciences. The difference between these two is universities are mainly focused on academia and research. Universities of applied sciences is professionally oriented, like it is training you to become a professional in some kind of an industry. It's job oriented. So there are lots of universities uh, giving English taught programs, and Finland is considered one of the countries with the best education. And there are some, I have included some universities in here that has good rankings. These are QS rankings below 500 in Finland. And then the good thing is, in Finland, if you wanted to follow a master's degree, you don't need to write to professors individually. There's a centralized portal in Finland. All of the universities in Finland is in that centralized portal. We call it studyinfo.fi. So you can just go there and you can search your particular fields, life sciences fields, and then you can select the programs that you want to apply. And the process is very straightforward. Everything is on the website, so you can just go through the details and apply. It's very straightforward and easy, and you don't need anyone else to apply. You can do it by myself, because I also did it by myself without any agents or anyone. And also, Finland is considered the happiest country in the world for the 8th consecutive time. So if you want to be happy, select Finland. So what you need? You need a bachelor's degree, but you don't necessarily need a 4 years bachelor's degree. You can apply with a 3 years degree as well. But that doesn't mean that if you do have a 4 years degree, your chances of getting acceptance and getting scholarships will be higher. And the credit system is different in Europe. In Sri Lanka, we have like 120 credits or 90 credits for general degrees. In Europe, there's ECTS system. So 1 credit in Sri Lanka is equivalent to 2 credits to ECTS. So just multiply your credits, number of credits by 2. Then you will get your ECTS to apply for Europe. And then you need your transcript, and you need your IELTS or any English language proficiency test. Normally, as I saw, almost all of the universities are asking for 6.5 academic IELTS overall, and 6 point above for writing. And also, from the last year onwards, you have to pay a application fee to apply for Finland. It's 100 euros, I think equivalent to 36,000 Sri Lankan rupees. And this application fee is valid for you to apply for a year. That means there are two intakes in an year. So the first intake is autumn intake, which is starting in 1st of September. An application round is from January 8 to 22. There's a very short application period for Finland. So you need to prepare beforehand. You need to prepare all the documents beforehand because you don't have time during the application window. And then you can apply also for the spring intake, which starts, it is just passed from August to September, and the DP is starting in January. So if you pay your 100 euros application fee, then you can apply for both intakes. But almost like most of the degrees have their main application round for autumn intake. So the next application round is coming. So if you are thinking of applying, I suggest you to start today. And there are two applications for Finland. One is joint application and the other one is separate application. For joint application, there are some universities that take joint application. So there's one long application that you can apply for 6 programs from 6 universities. So it's one application for 6 programs, or you can apply separately as many programs as you want. But for joint application, only 6 is sensible. So I personally, I applied for 8 universities, 8 programs, and I got accepted to 7. I got rejected by 1, and I got scholarships from all the accepted universities. But in Finland, not all the universities are giving you 100% scholarships. So some might give you 50% or 80% or 100%. So all the details are in that site, studyinfo.fi. When you select your options, you can look at the scholarship option as well. Another important thing in Finland is that you don't need to apply for a scholarship separately, and most of the times you don't even need to write a different essay to get your scholarship as well. It's just a tick. They're asking whether you want them to consider you for a scholarship. If you want, you can just put a tick. That's it. So it's very easy. You can do it. And this is a site, and let me know if you want me to show you if you like how to do a search in here. But I'm sure that you can figure it out by yourself as well. So this is how it looks like. And the second thing is statement of purpose. In Finland, not all the universities are asking you to write a statement of purpose. It depends from university to university. Some universities are asking to give you a statement of purpose from, like, there's a word limitation as well, 1,000 words or 1,500 words. And some are asking you to send a CV, mostly Europa CV, and some reference letters from your supervisors, and some are asking you to like state your lab experiences and your work experiences, and you to grade them for them. And some might have interviews, and it depends. But if they ask you to write a statement of purpose, don't use AI, because the policy for using AI in Finland is very strict, and they are doing a first AI screening for all the documents you're submitting, and if you don't get through that, they are not considering, they are not even reading your application. So don't use AI, generative AI. And also, fun fact, Santa lives in Finland. So if you want to meet Santa, you can come to Finland also. And you can ask any questions after the next presentation. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Madhumali, for that excellent presentation. And it's important that you mentioned about AI. So that's the important factor to remember for all of you. So then I will invite our last speaker, Ms. Rasuniti Lakshika, so who is currently pursuing her Doctor of Philosophy in Radiology at Tokyo Metropolitan University, Japan, in collaboration with National Institute of Quantum Science and Technology. She also completed her Master Science in Radiology at the same institution and holds a Bachelor of Science in Nuclear Medical Science from University of Colombo. So her research focuses on the molecular and biological effects of radiation, including gene expression analysis and cell differentiation studies. And she has worked as an assistant lecturer and research assistant at the University of Colombo and has been recognized with the Tokyo Global Partner Scholarship. So with that information, I would like to warmly invite you, Rasuniti Lakshika, to share your experience in pursuing postgraduate research opportunities in Japan. Over to you, Rasuni.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for the kind introduction, madam. I'm Rasuniti Lakshika, and I would like to share about prospective graduate studies in Japan. So when I was doing my undergraduate degree, and most of the students who are currently doing undergraduate degree, they always ask us, I'm in my final year and I'm uncertain about my next steps. I have recently completed the BSc degree, but I don't know what to do next. So I'm exploring the opportunities. So what I always ask from them is, what is your passion? How do you see yourself in 10 years or in 20 years? And will you be happy in that place? If it makes you happy, then choose the right pathway. There are so many opportunities for science undergraduates in both academic and research field, and also in the field of industry. You can become a researcher or a lecturer, or else you can join administrative field. And in the industry, you can become a research and development scientist, data analyst, consultant, research program director, and you can even write grants, write proposals, grant proposals, and scientific paper writing. In Japan, the students or the researchers write in simple English and they give their papers to some companies. So they will write a very good paper for the publication. And you can also join the editorial board of journals. In Japan, you need to have a bachelor's degree in order to join the MSc program, and the duration is for 2 years. And for you to enroll in PhD program, you need to have a MSc degree, and the duration is 3 years. And you need to have 3 publications, 3 first author papers or 2 first author papers with 1 co-author paper. If you don't have 3 publications, you will not get your PhD at the end of 3 years. First, you have to find a prospective supervisor in your specific field, and you have to read their research articles and then contact them. After that, they will have an interview with you. I had two supervisors, so both of them interviewed me. After that, they will tell whether they can take you as a student in their laboratory only if you have the potential. After the approval from your supervisors, you can apply. There are English language proficiency test. You can either do IELTS or TOEFL, and some universities require graduate record examination (GRE) in either general or subject wise. I only did IELTS. After the application process, you will have to face an entrance examination where you will have to face a paper, and then you will have to present a research proposal, and eventually at the end viva. Usually, the tuition fee is fully waived in Japan. Even if you are paying full tuition fees, you can apply for scholarships for privately financed international students or tuition fee reduction. And you can get your living expenses from scholarships, fellowships, or assistantships. There are different types of scholarships, and each university has their own type of scholarship. The first type is Japanese government scholarships, which is very popular. Mixed scholarship. You can either apply through the university or from the Embassy of Japan in your country. And the second one is JESO, Japan Student Services Organization scholarships. And the third scholarship type is local government scholarships. One of the examples is Tokyo Global Partner Scholarship, which I am receiving for about 2.5 years. This is offered by Tokyo Metropolitan Government. Yeah, in your master's and PhD studies, you don't have you are doing your research with your supervisor's research grant. So I have two supervisors, and I have another researcher who is giving me money to buy chemicals, animals, and other laboratory equipments. But it is considered that it's better to have your own research grant when you are doing your PhD. But some scholarships do not allow you to apply for these fellowships, even though you have to withdraw from your current scholarship. Some scholarships don't allow you to apply for these fellowships. But mixed is one of the scholarships that allows you to apply for these fellowships. One of the popular fellowships is Japanese Society for the Promotion of Science, JSPS fellowship. You can apply for JSPS DC1 in your first year or JSPS DC2 in your second year. And after your PhD, you can apply for JSPS postdoctoral fellowship. In this JSPS, you will get a research grant plus living expenses. So up to this point, you can do your studies in English without Japanese language. But after this, if you want to become a researcher or to get a permanent position in Japan, you need to have the proficiency of Japanese language proficiency test N3 level. And most of the undergraduates ask me whether they can do a part-time job in Japan while doing their studies. Yes, you can. You can do a part-time job while doing your studies in Japan, but at least you need to have a JLPT N4 level. So I would like to mention that don't hesitate to talk to your lecturers, supervisors, and talk to your seniors. Uh, I had a very kind lecturers in Sri Lanka. So they were always very supportive. And if we have some problem, they will always help us. And I would like to thank my lecturers as well. So anyone is very happy to help you. And thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions or if you want to know about more details about scholarships or fellowships, please feel free to contact me to this email address. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Rasani, for that excellent presentation. So yeah, we are getting a lot of questions, as you can see here. So we will, Duminder, we will divide the questions as we discussed.
Yes. So
Yeah. So
seems
we will
like
go through
everyone
one
is
by one.
interested. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first question is from Akila. It's
Yeah, we'll start from Akila. Yeah.
yeah. So I think Akila, you can see the question. So it's like
Yeah, I
kind of
think the answers will be very subjective actually. So I'm going to jump on to Rasuni's slides where she discussed about opportunities. So I think if you have a PhD, you probably don't want to join this webinar as well because this is the path to a PhD. But depending on whether you want to be academic or whether you want to be the next Nobel Prize winner, so let it be your motivation to get a PhD and then path to that. So, but yeah, depending on the person, the answer might vary. Go back to Rasuni's slide, think what fits best for you, and then you would know the answer for yourself.
Thanks a lot, Akila. Duminder, can you go ahead?
Yeah. Yes. I think yeah.
So there is one general question,
fine.
right?
And
The second one, yeah.
yeah, there's an open question. Yeah. Shall I go ahead, Mahesh?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Okay. There's an open question for the three speakers from Milan Pereira. I think you also can read it. He's asking that he has a general science degree from Open University of Sri Lanka with two point
Duminder, your voice is breaking. I mean, that's for
yes,
me.
graduating now. One experience, Madhu. You had the same general degree, but GPA somewhat high, right?
Yes, I had a second offer, but if they're applying for Europe, they don't necessarily want you to have a 4-year degree because in Europe it's 3-year degrees. European students are also getting 3-year degrees. So general degree doesn't matter, but GPA might matter. But since you want to apply for a PhD in here, you need to have a MSc to get a PhD. But just an MSc is not enough. They are looking for extensive experience to get you a PhD, hands-on experience and also job experiences because in here, in master's degrees, they are giving you lots of hands-on experiences. So if you have experience in that particular field with the general degree and a master's degree, then you can apply for a PhD in Europe. But it will be competitive and you have to find a supervisor for a PhD.
Yeah. What about Akila? You have any insights on that?
Yeah, so from this side, actually, so if you have an honors degree and then a final year and you have done 20% of final year research, then that counts as the criteria for your PhD application. But if you have done 1.5 years or more than that as your master's, they actually omit looking at your BSc honors or BSc general. So then they are only looking at your GPA in MSc and what you have done in MSc and what is the research output in your MSc. So in that case, I would say you wouldn't have any effect if you're applying to Australia because you have done MSc in analytical chemistry at UOC, which is I think 2 years and which has a big component of research as well. So as long as you can prove that you did a lot of research and then it is more than 25% of the course or the period, that won't have they won't have any issue there. Because when you're applying for a scholarship, the criteria here is that you have 25% of 1 year dedicated to research. And if you have MSc that is beyond 1.5 years or 1.5 years, they don't look at your BSc Honors or BSc General.
Okay, thank you, Akila and Madhumali. So, Milan, I think you got a clear-cut answer. So now at least you know what is your status. And yeah, there's another one for Madhumali. So there's one question from Hasini Jayasekara. She was asking, was the visa process and everything done by yourself? And since there's no embassy here in Sri Lanka, and have you had any agent contacted, or that's what they wanted to know?
Yeah, to the point of getting the scholarship and the admission, I did everything by myself. But then I talked with you, maybe you remember the minister. So I talked with my lecturers as well, and they suggested me to get some advisor. So I contacted I can't say he's an agent, but he's living in Finland and he was a past pupil from my degree as well. So he helped me as an advisor and I paid him some amount as well. But apart from that, I didn't go to an agent. For the visa process, you can apply from Sri Lanka, but for the biometric submission, you have to go to India. And then your visa is coming to Sri Lanka. So you have to go to Indian embassy for the visa. And visa process is yes, a bit unclear. So if you want, you can do it by yourself as well because I know some people who did everything by themselves. Or else you can find someone to get advices and documentation part you can do by yourself. It's so simple.
Okay, thank you, Madhu. And yeah, there's another question for Rasuni. Yeah, I think this is related to Japan, Rasuni. So they're asking Tarushi, she's asking whether she can apply directly for a PhD without doing masters.
I think it's better to talk with your prospective supervisor. If he agrees, I think that the application would go through the
Rasuni,
procedure.
sorry again, you're not audible enough. Mahesh, Dr. Mahesh, can you hear?
Yes, I think yes. Rasini, can you talk?
Can you repeat again, Rasuni?
Okay.
Sorry again.
I think it's better to talk with your supervisor. If he or she agrees, then you can apply. So the application would go through the procedure.
But your story is different, right? You start
I
with the
had
masters, right? Immediately after the bachelor's, you migrate to Japan for a master's, right?
yeah.
And the same lab you got the opportunity for PhD. Is that so?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. And
So Madhumali, right? The next question is for Madhumali.
yeah, again for Madhumali. Yeah. So yeah, there's one question there. I failed to get the minimum level of GPA, and that is considered to be many PhD project. Then I completed 2 master's degree in Sri Lanka with merits, and may I still face a side effect, which is to be less competitive from my bachelor's GPA? Again, the same question, I think. We already answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read it
We
answer.
can skip that. And yeah, there's a, I think, open question. You can go ahead, Dr. Mahesh, the next one.
Yes, so there's an open question asking what criteria can we use to filter and shortlist countries and universities for PhD applications? Also, how many should we apply to and what strategies would help in making this selection? So it's an open question, so anyone of you can answer. So it depends on your
Yeah, they ask
yeah,
you why
your
Akila
interest.
selected
Yeah.
Australia.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
why
that depends
Rasuni
on your
selected
interest as
Japan.
well. Which
Yeah.
country you like? Yeah. So yeah, you can ask. You can answer.
How did you filter out these things?
So should I go
Yes.
with my
you
answer
can.
first
Yeah.
then?
Yes.
So I would say why I chose Australia was because of the language, and I sort of went to South Korea and then faced the language barrier a little bit. So I thought, might as well can you go to another country where I would not have that struggle. So that was one criteria I used, and also the projects that are available and funding as well, because here you probably get relatively a good stipend as well. Which is around, if you get a Melbourne Uni scholarship, $38,000 a year, which comes to $3,500 per month. So I think that is also important because you can't be doing a graduate research and be starving. And also, importantly, like research, I would say research, and then other factors of the country that you would want to consider, and where you want to, if you are to, sort of get into a niche area, you might want to see where the experts are as well. So those things from my end, actually.
Anything to add, Madhumari?
For me, I just wanted to go to Europe because I went there once in my early 20s, so I wanted to go again. And also, I had the restriction of bringing my husband as well. So Europe allow for the spouse of the student to work full time. So that is also a main concern for me. And all in all, I selected Finland because this city in Finland is hub of Eurobioimaging. So there are lots of opportunities for me if we are doing imaging, bioimaging.
Yeah. Anything to add, Rasuni? I think you might have a specific reason.
I also agree with Akila here because uh, if there's language barrier, it's really difficult to survive. And even in Japan, I also faced the same situation. But for me, I had to get married and come to Japan. So one day I was talking with Duminda sir, and Duminda sir told me, "Why don't you apply for this university if you want to go to Japan?" So that's how I got to know about this university. Uh, so so I got married and then came to Japan. Uh, so uh, even the scholarship is little low. I can survive with that money, and I think it's better if you all can apply to English speaking countries. And Japan is Japan has Chinese characters which you will never be able to learn. So I recommend you all to apply for English speaking countries. That's all from me.
Okay. So, like, before going to
Planning to settle in Japan, I think. Yeah, in Rasuni, in Japan, is that possible to settle there, or you have to come after the PhD?
Uh, so my supervisor always asks me to do a Japanese language proficiency test. So I'm planning to get N5 this year. So at the end of PhD, I'm planning to get N3. So after that, I might be able to settle in Japan.
Okay. No, in the scholarship, is there any special requirement? No, right?
No. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Right. Okay. Go ahead, Mahesh. Yes.
Yeah, so before going to the chat box, I also have to answer a question from Akila about the because you mentioned that University of Melbourne, they are having very kind of a strict program with like 3.5 years of PhD period, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
So
Yes.
how about the coursework? Like, for example, if some student is completing their undergraduate study and directly moving for a PhD, maybe that
Yeah.
student may not have the capacity to like do some technical things and to learn about some technologies and all. They may be lagging behind in that aspect, right? So do
True.
you have enough chance? Like, I mean, for you, it's not maybe a problem because you have done your MSc, but if a student is coming as an undergraduate directly to do a PhD, does
Yeah.
the University of Melbourne is supporting with having any coursework and like to kind of catch up the things, the technology?
Yeah. So thanks, madam. And what happens in UniMal is that actually I have seen some students who just came here after doing honors degree in Sri Lanka at University of Colombo. What they tell me is that the first 6 months is a little tough because you're sort of absorbing everything like a sponge. So you might want ask yourself whether you are for that challenge. Because if you're coming after just honors, which is like maximum of 1 year of research exposure, and you are to sort of grab a lot of technical experience, and also it's a different environment. But I would say um it's not a can't do as well. You can do it. There are many people who are doing it as well. Coming to Unimel, they have different milestones as well. So they have 6 months milestone and 1 year milestone. What they're doing is they assign you to a mentor and a committee, and in addition to your supervisors and co-supervisors. So they meet together with you and then discuss what are your problems. If you have problems with your supervisors, you can tell them directly. So it's a very open communication. You can just say that I'm struggling with this technique and I ask help from this person and I'm not getting it. So the committee would look for troubleshooting that. So I would say Unima try to give you the degree as much as possible. So it's just you staying on the track
Okay, great.
till then, yeah.
Right. Thank you for that answer. We have another question.
Again for Rasuni, I think. Yeah. So does every university in Japan accept PTE? You mentioned that IELTS and TOEFL only, right?
Yeah, but you can ask from the university and your supervisor. Uh, then if they accept PTE, I think it's not very common in Japan for a student to have PTE, Pearson test. But I think you can get through.
Yeah. I think you first approach the supervisor, right? Before doing the IELTS. Then
No,
only you did the IELTS.
No, I had IELTS before that.
Before that. Okay. Right. And another one for Madhumali, they are asking whether 50% of if they receive a partial scholarship, 50% or more, so can they manage there in Finland?
It depends on your finances actually. So you have to pay the rest of the 50%. But try to get 100% scholarship, and it is not that difficult.
So can you do like part-time jobs or something to cover it?
You're allowed to do part-time jobs, but it's be difficult for you to find a job because the language in here is Finnish, not English. So you can't expect you to get a job once just after you arrive here because they are asking for Finnish.
Okay.
They don't give a stipend, right? You got full scholarships for the tuition fee waiver.
Yes, for the tuition fee, but they are not giving stipend for MSc. But for the second year onwards, we can join to a research lab, and then they are paying us an internship amount. But for the PhD, we can get a stipend.
Okay.
So there's a
Okay, and I think from the YouTube also we have.
there's an open question. Yeah, great.
Yes.
So which is the best honors degree, zoology or biomedical science to go to the PhD in immunology and molecular biology?
Which
I mean, it's like asking about which basic degree that you have
bachelor's
to do,
is good?
right?
Yeah.
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 So I think Akila, you have done zoology BSc and
Yeah.
then you are
Yeah.
pursuing in immunology and molecular biology. So you would answer the question.
So I would say it depends on how you sort of market yourself as well, because at the end of the day, you are to sort of write an email telling that you are this person, you can do this, you have done this, and it may be a little bit of, let's say that since you are applying for immunology and molecular biology, it's just one course in immunology and molecular biology, how much you expand and make the potential supervisor convinced that you can actually do it. Because as I did, I didn't start in immunology major. It was just zoology, and then I changed little by little. So
Yes.
as long as you can convince, I would say it's not difficult, but also there are some skills that are transferable across disciplines. Like let's say if you have done PCR in zoology degree, you can take that to immunology and molecular biology and expand a little more on that. You are good with these molecular biology techniques, and this is what I'm bringing to the table. So I would be a good fit, and I'm open to sort of grab new knowledge in the new area as well. So I think doesn't matter if it is honors degree in zoology or biomedical sciences, as long as you can tell them or like show them that you have potential and you can sort of power through, that
Yeah.
would get through.
Yeah, one thing to add, like one thing that you mentioned about like to go like step by step. So if the student can like at their, even though they have done zoology or biomedical science at their final year project, if they can focus on a project something related to immunology, so as you mentioned, they can emphasize that factor and then secure a position. Yeah, thank you.
Recommend.
So do
Yeah.
the others, like other speakers, do you have any idea, or shall we go forward?
Yeah, we are piling up with questions.
Yes, there are a lot. So we will move quickly.
Yeah. Shall I think, yeah, for the Rasuni, that what is the minimum IELTS score they're asking?
I think it's 6.0. And I can't remember. For each category, you need to have either 6.0 or 5.5.
Okay. Better to have more than 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think again for Akila, I don't know that is a question to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
does a
asking,
non-English speaking country like South Korea not good for graduate studies, except language barrier? They are asking, I don't know. You had an experience in South Korea as well.
Yeah, I would say like, I had the bloom in my research career there. So definitely recommend it as long as you can find a professor who does speak English and who can communicate with you in English, and the lab environment is in functioning in English. That'll be a good opportunity as long as it's what you are looking for. Yeah, definitely recommend it as long as you find a professor who speaks English.
okay, so
Yeah,
there's
again,
one question.
yeah,
Sorry.
this question is rolling up again. I think the previously also one speaker asked whether how to select a PhD and which PhDs are good and which countries to be selected. But each of you have different experiences and your individual interests. But if you can give a kind of an concise answer for this one, is there any recommended website to look for to apply PhD? I'm just aware about find a PhD, but is there anything else? Any website?
Coming from here, I would say just go to LinkedIn and subscribe to all those universities that you want to apply, because those are the first ones to sort of release their news, and then you will be the first to apply as well if you are subscribed to those. So that's from my end actually.
Okay.
And go to
I think
open
that's
days and yeah.
okay. Thank you. Yeah, LinkedIn. You can subscribe, please. Yeah, Dr. Mahesh, you can
Last
go
one,
ahead.
yeah. I think we are getting the last question, I hope. So it is directed towards Madhumali. So I have he's telling I have a research background with multiple abstract publications, the gold medal for best research, and a patent in progress. However, I graduated with a second class lower. Could you please advise how this might affect my chances of getting a scholarship because of the lower class, and what specific steps I can take to strengthen my profile to become a competitive candidate for fully funded master program? I think we have answered this question beforehand, like if you're having like a graduate, undergraduate lower level, but still this Lakshan is like pursuing really good in his master's program. So you can add on your thoughts on this, Madhumali.
Yeah, I
Lakshan,
think
definitely you
they
can
already
apply.
answered.
But I need to add, Lakshan, you can apply for a master's because in here in Finland specifically, they give more weight to your research background and experience rather than your GPA level. But since there's no way for them to measure our level, that's why they are considering GPA from internationals. But in Finland, they don't consider the GPA. So you can definitely get a try to get a scholarship with you're already like with your strength that you already have. but try to apply as many programs as you can, because different universities, like I said, different universities look for different things.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Madhumari. I think
Yeah.
we are. Okay. Yeah, there's another
There's
one
another one,
question.
yeah. What is the
Yeah,
best
you can go ahead.
selecting university doing their requirements, IELTS, completing the academic requirements, or like the option? There are two options.
I have sort of created a checklist, but I forgot to show it. Maybe we can share the presentations, and I have the checklist with my presentation.
Okay, okay. Like we will share the presentations then. Like that. Oh, right. So I think there are no more questions. Dominda, so you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can wind up the session.
Right. Okay. So since there are no more questions, so thank you very much for all three speakers. We are so happy that like you are pursuing your careers like the in many continents, and you are doing what you like to do. So it's so happy for us to see that you are going through your academic journey. So thank you very much for inviting like to taking this opportunity and then doing these talks. And also I would like to thank all the audience because they are like very engaging and they ask a lot of questions. So thanks to make this an interactive session as well. And then I would like to thank SLAYS for having this, making this webinar a success, especially the president, Dr. Dinusha Adukola, and then the secretary, Dr. Chaudhary, for helping us to make this a success. And especially I would like to thank Dr. Pasan at the last minute. He was really helpful and he made this live streaming available for all of us. So thanks a lot, Pasan, for your help, and Duminda as well. So yes, so we will wind up the session, and I will forward the presentation if all the speakers are okay. I hope you are okay with forwarding the presentations to the participants. So I will definitely forward you the presentations with the email addresses and the details. So you can always talk to them and they will be willing to help. Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Then we will wind up the session.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. See
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Dr. Devinder. Yeah.
Thank you.